Hi, this is Tiger from RobotDigg. Today, let's check out the timing belt factory. And here, the first step of the timing belt is rubber mixing. Here you can find their kind of materials. Let's check. This is a rubber. Wow. This is a rubber material, and this black is carbon. Yeah, and another kind of material. Let's check out. Here's another material. Okay. Here, what is this? Neoprene rubber. The raw material, neoprene rubber for the GT2 and HT3M timing belt. You can see here is the rubber after mixing. Yeah. The first step for the timing belt. And let's check out the next step. The next step is closing the closing with rubbers and wiring on the clothing, and then we put this mixed rubber onto the clothes and the wires inside it. After the rubber mixing, and here the second step is here you can see the clothes. You call maybe you can see that on the teeth of the timing belt. So clothes now is white, and we will get kind of rubber and adhesives onto it to make it black. Here, check out. You see, this is the clothes, the white clothes after rubbers on it, and adhesives on it. And after that, we will take the clothes onto the wiring machine. Here we go. Here is a wiring machine, and we put the mold, kind of mold, for different size time belt, closed loop or open-ended. Wiring the fiberglass or other kind of resistance material onto the clothes. Here you can see there are kinds of timing belt modes. These modes are hopped on a special machine for different lengths closed loop timing belt. Now we put the mold and the clothes onto the wire machine and wire the fiberglass wires resistance onto the clothes automatically. Very hot today in this okay, yeah, the wiring job has been done, and you can see here is the fiberglass resistance, different size closed loop or open-ended timing belt has different size. I mean, the diameter of the wire is different. The fiberglass resistance material, the size is different, and we can check that the wiring is very well distributed onto the clothes. And after that, yeah, we put the rubber onto the mold to cover the cover the fiberglass reinforced material. Okay, now it's done. The rubber has been put onto the mold. And then we will go to the next stage for the timing belt. Thanks for watching. Hi, this is Tiger from RobotDigg. In this video, we will get into details of the timing belt. In my previous videos, you can find that the precision of the timing belt. And here we want to talk about the materials and the reinforcement for the timing belt, and also the V-belt. Here you can find two kinds of rubber, and this yellow one is neoprene rubber, and this transparent it's EPDM, and the neoprene rubber can stand for 100 centigrade, and this EPDM can stand for 200 centigrade. And for the timing belt, we use this kind of neoprene rubber, and also the fiberglass reinforcement the most. And this EPDM we use partially into the V-belt for the V-belt for high speed. So it needs to stand for higher temperature. So we use partially, maybe 5% or something like that, of the EPDM into the new poly rubber together to make the V-belt. But for the timing belt, we use this new poly rubber. But why the timing belt, or most of them belt are black? We mixed the carbon black into this kind of new poly rubber and get it in black. Just mentioned the reinforcement. We have lots of customers asking why there is GT3 variant belt, which means it's quite stronger than the GT2, maybe the second generation timing belt. Here we bring you two kind of size of fiberglass. Here is a fiberglass. One size you can see 1.5, but this one is 1/0. So the size is different. Let's check it. The diameter of the fiberglass is quite different, so the strength is different. So we can in Europe we use this one, the thinner fiberglass for the GT2 or MXL timing belt, but this stronger one for like GT3 or HTDM 3M timing belt. So with a stronger reinforcement. But we also can use this fiberglass for the GT2 belt. The thickness of the GT2 belt will be 0.1 millimeter thicker than the normal standard GT2 belt using this thinner reinforcement fiberglass. Besides the fiberglass reinforcement, also there were another kind of reinforcement. We use the nylon 66 for the V-belt, because nylon 66 is flexible. But for timing belt, we cannot use the nylon 66 because the timing belt cannot be flexible. V-belt, it can be flexible. Here there is another kind of reinforcement. Here you can see this one is Kelvin. Kelvin is quite strong than the fiberglass or nylon 66, but there are fewer suppliers in China, and also we have problem. We have done this kind of timing belt before, but we use the standard separator. I mean, especially the cutter to cut the timing belt into widths we want. But we find that after we use this kind of cover, the standard cutter or separator for the timing belt in our factory, we can't get this down properly. So you can find there are some you can find on the edge there are this kind of cover. Also, the cover is imported, from USA. So the lead time of this kind of time belt is quite longer than the fiberglass reinforced time belt. Thanks for watching. The rubber is still not mature. I mean, it's not strong enough as we want. So here we put them into a steamer. Right here we put into a steamer. The temperature could be around 300 centigrade. To get the rubber okay. So we get the rubber and very hot, because it can be about 300 centigrade to mature the rubbers. Yeah, this helps helps the rubber and the clothes and the reinforced fiberglass mixed quite well. Yeah, very hot weather. Okay. I'm very dangerous. Yeah. We have we have 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 steamers. 4 kind of timing belt. And welcome to ordering this timing belt from RobotDigg. After the steamer, we get the mature timing belt. Here we can see a machine. We are going to get the timing belt from the mold, from kind of mold like a GT2 or 3M or 5M, a different pitch timing belt from the mold. Let's check out kinds of timing belt we have. Here is the timing belt from the mold, from the mold. Yeah. How are we getting off the timing belt from the mold? We come to the laser stage to peel the papers and get the timing belt into this part. Tiger. After we get off the timing belt from the mold, here we come to the next stage is get off the papers, get off these newspapers off from the timing belt, and also we need to make sure the thickness of the timing belt is as what we designed for. Like MXL timing belt is 1.12, and GT2 timing belt another thickness. So here is a grinding to get off the newspapers and also make sure the thickness of the timing belt is what we designed for. Thank you. After we get off the newspaper and make sure the thickness of the timing belt is we want, and we come to the next step to cut the timing belt. To cut the timing belt into different widths. We put the timing belt onto the cover. A very sharp cutter. Cut this timing belt into different widths: 6 millimeter, 9 millimeter, 12 millimeter, or 15 millimeter wide. Very hot weather. And thanks to this colleagues, workers, there make sure we have the timing belt for our field. Here is the small fan. Very hot weather. Oh, excuse me. There is some carbon on my face. Whoa. Very hot inside the workshop. And we comes outside. Here is the stock warehouse for kind of timing belt. We have a huge stock, and there you can see mainly kind of timing belt, and these are for quick response. And if you need different widths, timing belt, and we will put onto the cutting machine to cut into the width we want. And then we come through packing. We have three people here for the packing. And we count the timing belt in hundreds or other quantity like 50, and then put it in a small pack here. Yeah, we put into a pack, and then count the pack, and then pack into the cartons. Okay. Okay, that is for today's timing belt journey. Thanks for watching. This is Tiger from RobotDigg, and welcome to ordering different kinds of timing belt and V-belt from RobotDigg. Yeah, the small pitch timing belt is our strength. I mean, we do the most of the small pitch, like 2mm, 3mm, 5mm timing belt. Thanks. Thanks to our colleagues, their hard job in this hot summer. Thanks for watching.